Hello! Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. We are streaming Western Maryland Retro Pack, and I'm joined by Natalie.
Good evening, everyone. I think this is my first time streaming Train Simulator.
It is. I think it is, yes.
Although I'm not driving tonight, that's Jamie's job. He's going to show us how it's done.
Yeah. I'll try to anyway. If anybody says about the sound, just let me know. Tell me if the sound's okay.
Yeah, give us a quick go or no go on the sound. Let us know if it's all good.
Yeah. So we have got. I can't even remember the class of this loco, which is very good of me. I think this is a let me get it a minute. This is an EMD F7A and F7B in circus. They would nickname the circus colours. So we've got conductor. We first need to make a switching move between to Bittinger, I'll get it right in a minute. Quarry Yard 3. Where
excellently pronounced there.
Yeah, excellently pronounced. We will couple to 6 loaded stone hoppers, and we will need to handle our manual switches as required for our movements. So there we are, and there's your circus livery.
That is nice.
Right, there we go. And we're off.
Excellent.
Just make sure I've got all the manual switches okay, and we've got to go to that. Okay.
So just a heads up for the chat, the West Coast Mainline patch is out now.
Yeah.
So let us know your thoughts on that. Give us your feedback.
Yeah.
That'd be very appreciated.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like my shirt, George Frost. It's one of my favourite tie-dyes.
Go to the next one. Okay.
JP said, are you going to be clowning around on this drive then, Jamie? Or is Ringmaster Natalie going to be keeping you in check? I mean...
Oh, that's a good one.
It is a good one. I think he's going to behave himself.
I'm going to try. I'm not going to try and not derail or crash anything.
Or blow anything up this time.
Or blow anything up. That's a very good point, yes.
You do seem to be quite good at that.
I should get the brakes off this time. You can actually move. We're off.
Here you go. Natalie, what have you done to the HST in Train Sim World 2? It's underpowered, weak, as a 2-day-old kitten. Well, I haven't personally done anything to it, but I will take a look into that, see what's going on. But I'm not sure, I'm afraid, what's the matter with it.
Stopped a bit too early, that's alright.
You're being asked by Quiet Fox, Jamie, when did you blow a train up?
Well, there was a stream, we did a workshop Wednesday, not too long ago, and basically I didn't put any water in the boiler. Not very good. Not very good. I blew the loco up. Not very good. So yeah, I was more interested. I was more concentrating on what to do with the camera than I was keeping an eye on. There we go, coupled. Now proceed to stop at Bittinger East Lead with rear clear for reverse into Bittinger Quarry Yard 2. Ignore my pronunciations, I'm going to get them totally wrong.
You're butchering them, are you?
Yeah, I'm butchering them, yeah.
Any date for the BR Heavy Fright Pack? I don't have a date for you as of yet. Keep an eye on the forums for when we do have more news for you. Grand Space said you blew it up. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it made me laugh. I must admit, it made me laugh when you blew it up.
Yeah, that wasn't my best impression, you know. That wasn't my best bit.
What is it they call it when Map goes flying past all the stops? Doing a
Nebworth.
Doing a Nebworth. So like now, if anybody blows up their trains, they can call it doing a Jamie.
Yeah, they can. Oh dear. I don't think I'm going to hear that one disappear very quickly, I don't think.
Definitely are not. Paul Tucker's saying, any chance we could have Train Sim World 2 shown on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 at any point? When we have some consoles on our end, that is something we can look into doing, yeah. I think it'd be really good to see how they perform. Because I've seen some videos of the games on Xbox Series X and it runs so smoothly.
Pointer set.
So go through with us what you're doing, Jamie.
So I'm literally just waiting for conductor to give us clearance. Reverse. It's coupled up to the cut of 9 loaded stone hoppers. Quarry yard 2. So I've now set the road. We can now reverse back in when the brakes come off. Because we got air brakes, they do take a little bit of time.
Okay.
There we go. There they are. They're off.
So is this quite challenging to drive? Or
It's not too bad. It's just getting used to the brakes, really. It's remembering that it's just getting used to sort of managing your brakes and make sure you got enough air and things like that. You know, make sure you're not using too much air. And right, we can go and couple up to these now. Yeah, it's amazing. These is a good thing with American wagons. They do actually, because they've got the knuckle coupling, so they will just, you know, you see them doing it about 3-4 miles an hour, and they still couple okay. So, but I wouldn't say I was testing the route out earlier, and I think probably not a good idea to try and couple at say 10 miles an hour. But I found out that probably not in a good way. Moggy says he likes to be gentle with the wagons. Yes, best to be gentle.
I mean, did you crush them all earlier?
They sort of fell over. They did just.
Oh
yeah.
dear.
Yeah, they fell over a bit. Yeah. There we go. Now we've got to go to the lead again. East lead again, so we can reverse back. Brakes are already off. There we go.
Under 5 miles an hour works fine.
Yeah. We've got Caboose as well. That's the next one we've got to pick up.
Enter the Dragon says, I like the liveries on these trains.
They are nice, aren't they? You got the sort of black with gold striping. And then you've got the red, white, and black.
So I imagine is the gold lettering on the black, is that the speed lettering that's mentioned in the key features?
Possibly. I'm not entirely sure.
I imagine it could be. It would make sense.
Yeah. I'm sure someone will correct us in the chat if they know.
I'm sure.
I mean, American diesels is not my fault. I'm not entirely sure on American diesels. Brakeman, reverse and coupled to the cut of 10 loaded wagons, stone hoppers, sorry. And Caboose, 1864, at Quarry Yard 1.
Kind Cake said yes, it is Natalie. Yay, I was right.
There we go.
Is the Roost Room bot not working as intended today? It doesn't appear to be, no.
No.
So you might not see chats from other platforms.
Yeah.
And George Frost missed what loco you're driving, so could you repeat what loco you're driving today?
So
Jamie?
we are driving the EMD, F7A and F7B. So your F7A is your front like this, so you've got the sort of the driving cab end, and your F7B is like these motor sort of. I'm trying to think what you would sort of call them, but they're like a locomotive, but they're not, because you know they haven't got anywhere to drive them from as such. Actually get the brakes off so we... Oh, hello. Alright, there we go. Well, I haven't lost any points so far, so that's a good sign.
Well done, you. Elaine asked me how I'm getting on with East Coast Way. Not so bad. Not so bad. I've had a little bit of practice, but I've actually been practicing different routes really for different streams. So I'm not sticking to just one route at the moment.
What routes have you learned so far then?
So I've given Long Island Railroad a go, the Peninsula Corridor, I think it was, East Coast Way, then Isle of Wight.
Nice.
I've done another one. I thought I'd done Bakerloo. I haven't done the ICE3 one yet. I want to do that one, but I keep putting it off because people tell me it's hard to get started sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give them all a bit of a go, really.
That's good.
Yep.
So we got coupled and clear. The YH-1 has cleared while we were pulling together our trains. So in accord with our train orders, we are ready to proceed eastbound to Smith Siding. Brakes off.
Russell Phillips said, say trains if you like trains. You gonna say trains, Jamie? You like
I'm gonna
trains?
say trains. Yeah.
Trains.
Trains! Make sure I've actually got all the point work set. Which is that one I want to set. Yeah, and now we've got clear road through. Gonna have a look in the cab. I'll do that. There we go. Have a look in the cab. It's certainly telling me I don't want to go in there.
Yeah. Red Sanford said, "What's it like to live in the UK but running an American locomotive? Are the American locomotives strange looking to you?"
They're different, I must admit. I mean, British locomotives are, you know, I mean, you look at sort of the American workhorses. You know, I mean, a lot of trains here and locomotives are mainly passenger now. We don't have as much freight as what America does, so it's quite different, I must admit. Sort of, if you look at the steam, it's certainly very different. Looking at steam locos, UK steam versus American steam, very, very different.
What are some of the bigger differences?
Size would be one. I mean, some American steam locos are massive. I mean, you look at.
Why does that not surprise me?
And you know, also they're different sort of designs. I mean, you look at an American loco; they have to have cow catchers and bells, and you know, air brakes, things like that. Taller as well, so they use a wider loading gauge. As End of the Dragon just said, it's called Big Boy for a reason.
Yeah, I actually looked up that train the other day, and it's incredibly massive.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was going to be like a joke of a name, you know, like where it was called the Big Boy and it was actually like a teeny tiny train. But then I looked it up. It's incredible.
Yeah. Red Sanford has said, I find a lot of UK steam locomotives have open operator. Yes, they do. A lot of them do. A lot of steam in the UK lasted a lot longer. So if you look at a lot of UK steam, you know, in some cases we were still running locomotives in the 60s that were getting on for, you know, nearly 100 years old at that point. So, you know, I suppose with the Americans, you know, they didn't really have as much steam as what we did, in the sense that they didn't have it for as longer periods.
American locos are purpose-built to traverse a country that's 2,800 miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and also the American locos are carrying thousands upon thousands of tons at a time, you know.
Yep.
Hanover Main W. Got a lot of crossings along here, so there'll be quite a lot of honking.
Has it got a good horn?
It's not too, but I must admit, it's not the most impressive one.
Okay. Are there any updates on LGV, Natalie? Is that for... Didn't you mention that earlier, Jamie, something about LGV? To me.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think which one. Depends on which one you mean.
Yeah, it depends on if you're after the LGV as in the upcoming to Train Sim World 2 or LGV that's already on Train Simulator.
Yes.
If it's the one that's coming to Train Sim World 2, I have no news to share. Yeah, sorry George, I've got no news to share about that one as yet. Keep an eye out for our next article though. Okay, were you interested in trains before you joined Dovetail, Natalie? I'll be honest, not particularly. I've never been a huge train enthusiast, but I'm definitely enjoying learning more about trains and the community and everything. I'm learning an awful lot about trains, and I find so much of it really fascinating. So, never used to be a train enthusiast, but I'd say I'm definitely interested in it now. How long have you been a train enthusiast, Jamie?
Ever since I can remember, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it all started with a little blue engine, as it always does.
Of course.
And sort of grew from there, really. Just the Hillbilly said about American dieselisation was slower in America, but preservation wasn't as near as widespread as it was in the UK. There's a lot of extinct classes of steamer here in America that would have made fantastic excursion locos, but nobody managed to get a member of the class. So I'd say, I would probably say then, would you mean that the Americans didn't preserve locomotives like the UK did? That's probably what it is.
Darryl said, once you get the rail bug, it never leaves you.
That is very, very true.
Yep. George is asking Jamie, what are your PC specs? I get asked this all the time.
Yes. I did have it written down somewhere, and I can't remember where I wrote it down.
Placed it.
I've written it down somewhere, and I can't remember where I've written it down. I will get it if you're on the stream tomorrow. Remind me, Natalie. If you're on the stream tomorrow, I will make sure I have got it there. I will make sure.
I will remind you.
Yeah.
I will remind you tomorrow. You'll get a little sticky note and you can stick it on your screen.
Yeah. As I said.
Ian McGregor's asking, does a W mean blow your horn? It does, doesn't it? It means...
It does, yeah. Yeah, there we go. As people are saying, you know, about that. Basically, the Americans didn't preserve hardly. Yeah, it's something with the Americans. They don't preserve anything, do they? They don't preserve a lot of locomotives.
No.
That goes for not just diesels but steam as well, doesn't it? You know.
You're going to be reminded tomorrow about your PC specs. I hope you're ready.
Got quite a slow bit here.
The horn was once a whistle, hence the W. That makes sense. See, it's little things like that I love finding out, like bits of information I just did not know before that make perfect sense. Yeah. Melvin said, blow your horn when approaching railroad crossings, please.
Will do. We've got a bit of street running coming up, so... Yeah, that is very true, Jana Dunk. That we were very lucky because there was people who basically didn't have the time to scrap some locos. That's hence why so many survived.
Mhm. That's crazy, isn't it? That's the reason they survived, just because they didn't have the time.
Yeah, he basically it was someone called it was literally called Barry Scrapyard, and all these steam locos just sat there because he had more than enough wagons to cut up, which were quicker and faster to cut up, and basically all these steam locos just sat there, and basically people came up in the late 60s and just said, well, would you buy them? And most of the time they would pay more than what, they'd pay more than scrap value, I think, in some cases. So basically all the locos just ended up being bought. And I think there was still locos in Barry Scrapyard right up until only a few years ago. And there was, people were still buying them.
That's amazing.
Oh,
The
I got a
unit
nick map.
behind
Yeah.
the unit behind the lead loco is often called a slug. Is that true?
I don't know. If it is called a slug, why is it called a slug? Because I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Please elaborate more, chat. If it's true, we want to know.
As Mark Warrior said, dieselisation also happened earlier in the US, starting in 1950. Which is very, very true. There you go, here's your W signs.
Oh, yeah. Do you know the maximum speed limit of this route, Jamie?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, most of it from what I've driven so far seems to be 25. So I'm not sure 25 miles an hour, so I don't know whether it's probably about 25, unless I can find another piece that's faster than that. That's the word I was looking for, is a booster unit. Thank you, just a little bit, yeah. So the bit in the middle is called a booster unit.
Do you like the AC 4400, Jamie?
I'm not. I would have to look at a picture of it because I'm not very good with American diesels. There you go. Slug has no cab and was just used for traction and adhesion. There you go.
Thank you for that. Apparently slug is a UK term.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's interesting.
And somehow I've been speeding for quite a while, so I've now got minus 3,280. Well, that's gone well.
I mean, considering you were doing so well earlier, what happened?
I was just doing some lovely shots and didn't realise I was speeding.
Oh dear.
But there we go.
Must be quite dangerous for kids playing near those open lines. It must be.
Yeah.
Actually. Especially if they're speeding like you are, Jamie.
Yeah. I won't get gold stars. No, I don't think I will get gold stars.
Have you two met in real life? We actually haven't yet.
No.
So
No.
we both started during lockdown and lots of video calls, but we haven't actually had the opportunity to meet yet. We will.
Yeah.
We'll share a cup of tea. Not as in like the same cup, but you know what I mean. Same.
Well, we couldn't during the moment
That'd
anyway.
be,
Yeah.
it'd be a bit weird if we shared the one
It
cup
would
of
be.
tea. They're saying they don't think you're gonna get a gold star for this, Jamie.
No, I don't think I will somehow. Let's try and get a better shot, shall we? Okay,
You're trying to get a good picture then, but are you gonna speed again, Jamie?
no, it's alright. I've got the brakes to hand. There we go. We're not speeding now.
So how many, is it wagons? How many are you towing?
Well, as you can look below, there's quite a lot, so...
Yeah, that's what was making me wonder. It's just like they kept on going across the screen.
Let me see if I can... There you go, that's how many we're towing. So there's the
That's a
loco
lot.
there, and that's the...
That's
Oh.
great.
You got an overview of where exactly we are, there you go. It's quite slow through Hanover. Because you've got all these street running and
Mhm.
crossings.
how long have you played this game? How long have you been playing Train Simulator, Jamie?
I have been playing Train Simulator for 8 years.
It's quite a long time.
Yeah. 2012 or 2013, I think it was. So 7 to 8 years altogether. Have you played it yet, Natalie?
So Train Simulator, I haven't had the opportunity to play yet because I don't have enough memory on my computer for both Train Simulator and Train Sim World 2. And as I tend to stream Train Sim World 2 more, I've had to choose one or the other. But once I've got more memory, I will definitely be giving it a go.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's like, Sam said it's something like 1.5 terabytes of memory.
Yeah,
and I have a terabyte. So, yeah.
So you might struggle a bit there.
Just a bit. I mean, you see a little puff of smoke coming out at the top of it when it tried to download it. You just see the
PC going, no!
Yeah.
No! No more! I'm full to the brim.
Yep. Daryl said, I started playing Train Sim in 2012. I've clocked up a whopping 2,600 hours of Train Sim play. That is amazing.
Wow.
What's been your favourite bit, Daryl?
Yeah, what's your favourite route, favourite locomotive, and favourite experience? There you go. There's another one.
Oh, that's a good question.
As I said with this, you've got to really keep an eye on your brakes with this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just here, believe so. Back in the day, railroads actually cared about the public safety as well as their PR. So there was a lot of public safety announcement films made by railroads back then. Yeah, I did notice that.
That makes sense.
I think didn't even Disney make some? I'm sure Disney, like the cartoon characters, did loads of.
That's pretty cool. That must be the whole thing that you could surely get the base game. I mean, it's possible I could, but I am currently low on memory as it is, or space. But yeah, once I get more, I will definitely be giving it a go. But that's not really a priority at the moment. George said, "Right, I'm off. Goodbye, Natalie. Goodbye, Jamie. Good night, George."
Yeah, see you later, George.
Joshua Braden asked, "What's your favourite Steam Loco?"
Mine?
Yes.
Oh, it's got to be. Well, I do like all Steam Locos, and it depends on which country you're talking about as well, because I do have a favourite from each country. But I'd say probably my all-time favourite is Black 5 George Stephenson. Just the odd one with the Stephenson outside Stephenson's link valve gear.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Some more. Got some different cabooses as well.
These are great. Apparently Disney was a huge rail fan.
He was, yeah.
That.
He was a massive rail fan. He had obviously Disneyland has. If you look at every Disneyland, all of them have railways, and that was Disney was a massive rail fan. I think it's probably why in Dumbo you've got Casey Jr.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait for the French train to come out on Train Sim World 2. Awesome. I'm assuming they're talking about LGB.
Oh, Alexandria's got a good question. Why are cabooses extinct now? That is something I'm not sure of. I don't know if anybody else can elaborate on. I mean, obviously I know brake vans, which are basically the same as cabooses in the UK, they don't have brake vans in the UK, and the reason why they don't was purely because brake vans used to be, as they say on the tin, a brake. They used to brake the trains because what happened was some of the wagons didn't have braking systems, so you'd have the loco would have brakes and the brake van would have brakes. So I don't know whether that's the same for cabooses as well. I had a feeling. Yes, unfitted. There you go. Unfitted wagons, Mocky. Yeah. So they used to have brake vans as a way of braking the train.
Amtrak Inner Scale said cabooses are extinct because we use electronic devices in their place. Crews are smaller now as well.
Ah, well there you go.
And Amtrak Inner Scale also said Ward Campbell, who was Disney's lead animator, was also a massive rail fan.
Really?
And apparently and he said his collection's now preserved at the Southern California Railway Museum.
Nice.
That's amazing. Joshua said Union Pacific 844 is my favourite steam loco.
Nice. Oh, here we go. Just Hillbilly's given a really good example of a scrap. So here's a scrapping story. A Norfolk Western Y6B number 2174 to be exact, nearly made it to preservation in 1974, and the scrapper's asking price was $100,000, I think. And the Roanoke chapter of the NRHS, I'm not sure, literally missed the deadline by a day. So the most powerful class of the N&W loco went extinct in 1974, missing salvation by a day. I'm unaware if the story is true though, but it's a sad one nonetheless.
Yeah, if that is true, that's very sad.
Yeah. Actually, there's a few stories like that. There's one I'm aware of. I think there was a railway group who wanted to save a locomotive called a Claude Hamilton. And they painted on it. They said it was saved, so they painted on the side of used to paint on the side of the locos in white that it had been saved. And basically, they only painted it on one side. So what happened was, the cutters came to cut it up, didn't check the other side, and cut it up on the spot. They came to rescue it, and it's gone. And they said, well, where's it gone? We bought it. And they went, well, it was cut up. And they said, well, we sold it. So, there you go. That's another story. And there's another one, which is quite a funny one. There used to be, oh, here you go. Conductor will be taking siding at Smith's, bring the head end of our train to a stop at Smith's siding E. There was another locomotive that was based at the Norfolk Railway, named the B12. It was due to be basically, there used to be a shed foreman in Norfolk who used to hide locomotives from British Railways because he knew he wanted to save them. So even when the diesels came in, he used to stick them at the back of the shed. And so British Railways would never find them. And one day, all the documents of this locomotive said it was scrapped. So if you looked at the original British Railway documents, it says it's scrapped. And one day, a rail tour came up, and they said, well, we'll get the locomotive out and do a rail tour with it. So British Rail turned up to the platform and went, hang on a minute, that locomotive's scrapped. And they go, no. Well, it's right here. So there was instances where a lot of locomotives you'll find were saved by shed foremans because they were either hidden away at the back of the shed and BR just never went to the back of the shed and never realised the locos were there.
Brilliant.
And that's how some locos survived. It's such an amazing... you know, some histories of locomotives are really, really interesting.
Just hiding a train.
Yeah. And there's some people who bought them from a scrapyard and then just stuck them in their garden. You know. And they sat there for 20 years and then, for over a 10-year period, then restored it and ran it to steam. It's just, yeah, there's all sorts of interesting stories.
So, this route you're doing tonight is the Western Maryland Railway Retro Pack, correct?
No, that's the locos that we've got. So this is
That's the locos we've got.
Yeah. So the route is CSX Hanover Subdivision.
Right, and that's the one that you can get the bundle with, if am I right?
That's the one. Yeah.
The Hagerstown CSX Hanover Subdivision Scenario Pack 01, and then you can get the retro pack with it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
right.
The one. I mean, here's Moggy has just said another one. Here's another scrapping story. 32661 was the last Terrier in service left in service in April 1963. In November 1963, it was sent to the scrappers. A local council in early 1964 tried to save the loco for prosperity, but it had already met the cutter's torch. Yeah. There was a lot of close calls. A huge amount of close calls.
Jamie, you're being asked, have you ever been to the Severn Valley Railway?
I have.
And if so, what were the highlights for you?
Oh, well, one of the highlights is I've done all-night running on a steam gala. So they've run steam all through the night. So they run from Friday at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, non-stop, until Sunday about 8, 9 o'clock at night. And basically, I slept on the train.
You slept on the train?
I slept on the train. And loads of people do it, and it's really a great experience. If you can do it, just do it. It's brilliant.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Imagine having the job to cut them up. You must have had no soul.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
If you had to do it, you'd be crying with every...
Oh, don't every single... Oh,
I can't do it!
I can't do it! There we go. Well done. While we wait to meet with BT-1, sit back and relax. So that's the end of this first scenario. We're now going to do another one and choose a different loco.
Lovely.
Oh, I gained 0 XP. There you go. I didn't do very well on that one.
You did not.
Right, let's go to... and we will go with... this one, Black Diamonds East Part 3, which is with an EMD GP35 WM in Western Maryland in circus livery.
So the other ones people can try are the Western Maryland EMD GP9 in traditional black. They can also do the Western Maryland C-13A Steel Caboose, is that? In 3WM liveries.
Yeah.
And then apparently there's 10 types of period authentic freight equipment in Western Maryland and other liveries.
Yeah.
Awesome. It was quite a nice selection.
Yeah, we have got quite a good selection in there.
Yeah.
We've got some lovely screenshots from the screenshot contest. Make sure you enter. A chance to... I think our TS1 currently is viaducts and bridges.
There's a good example of a bridge.
Yep.
How many routes will there be on the French train? I don't know that. Yeah, I'm afraid, Milestone.
Just give it a minute to load when it needs to think. There we go. So here's our order form. So train order number 25. The date is October the 10th, 1973. We've got WM Extra 3576 East ENG. WM 3576 will hold at Gettysburg Camp Siding to meet Extra 53 West, and then proceed to Gettysburg to Bittenberg. The movement of the Extra 3576 East from Bittenberg eastward will be governed by train orders received at New Oxford. There we go. And here comes our train that we're now waiting for.
Right. Apollo Gaming said I found an interesting glitch on the Sun Patch grade in Train Sim World 2. I was only going 6 miles an hour and the train decided it once you hopped off the tracks. So if you do come across any glitches or bugs, please get in touch with customer support and fill out a ticket. They'll probably be able to help you out.
Well, mixed one on this one. Is that a coal train or a hot train? Empties. Following the passage of Extra 53 West, we will be clear to pull. We are stopped on a grade, so starting requires sanding and moderate use of the throttle notch 6 to avoid wheel slip. See, they've got a long train and we've got quite a long train as well. So we've got that's the empties going west and we're going east with the full.
Oh my gosh, he's going on for ages.
Yeah. Right. So he's now passed. Let off the brake.
JP said moderate use of throttle equals grip it and rip it. The Dovetail way. Got
sand on.
Sure. You say you've got sand on?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
So that is sand on the rails.
Right.
To help us grip.
Okay.
It's basically hot sand. You put hot sand on the rails, and that'll basically help us grip. It's a bit like putting grit on the road, in some respects.
Okay, yeah. Binary Run said it's not the true Dovetail way till you overshoot a station.
Many stations.
Very true. Geeky Cowboy said love the horn.
Yeah. It's only got a heavy load. Oh, Moggy said, all dumped fish vans in the River Dart. Yeah.
Yeah, someone should clip them and put them on the screens during the stream countdown. That would be great. That like someone clipped every overshot we did.
Yeah. Every overshot, every crash, every blow up,
Every time we made a mistake, someone clipped it, and then we could just make a montage.
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, I think Matt just Moggy. I think Matt just wanted to return the fish to where they came from, didn't he? I think he just wanted to put them back in the sea.
Who would win, as in who would have the most? Oh, that's a tough question.
I'm not sure.
I seem to either do really well or really badly, so like I either make loads of mistakes or none. And like when the other day it was dreadful. You should have seen how many times I almost went past the station and I was speeding and all sorts. So I think I'd be close to the top, I'm not gonna lie.
There you go, I've opened the windows and you can open the door on this. There you go.
Well, that's great. Nice breeze.
Yeah. Sprint lights on, cab light on. Wipers we don't need on because we ain't got Blu-ray.
Binary Run said if it helps, you did it in a very professional manner. You left at least one door at the station and such. I mean, there was one door that you could still get out of. It still counts. Just saying. There'd be some very grumpy passengers having to walk to the back of the train, but at least they should get off.
There we go.
And then the other part was like just before the end of the scenario, chat actually warned me that like the speed dropped quite rapidly, and I was like, yeah, that's great, thanks for telling me. And did I pay any attention?
No.
I mean, I was so lucky I didn't spad at the end.
Yeah. Go, coming down great now. Crossing coming up.
So are you going to aim for slightly better than minus points this time?
Yes. That is the aim. I'm currently on 996, so we're already quite good. Just letting it roll now. No power needed. Must admit, the red and white does look quite good.
Yeah, I like it. You wouldn't have spadded at Slough, more like derailed. I mean, spadded, derailed. Just failed. Dynamic brakes time, Jamie, apparently.
Do a bit of Colonel Camp first, shall we?
Should. You've been practicing? I'm still rubbish at Colonel Camp. I practice and I still suck at it.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's quite a good one. Oh, I like that. She like zooming in as well. I like that.
Make sure I'm concentrating on what I'm doing.
Are you, Nat and Jamie, looking forward to the French train to come out? Is this the one on Train Sim World 2 milestone? I imagine it is. I'm looking forward to it. I've heard a lot about how it was made, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
The fact I've been on a TGV just makes it that bit more like, yes, please.
The fact it goes so fast.
As well, yeah. Dynamic brakes. I think they're in here. Selector, reverser. brake. Locomotive. Can't seem to see in it.
Can you not find it?
Nope. I pressed something I shouldn't have done there. There you go. That's alright, we were alright. I bet you can see the fans going round at the top.
What's it like working till 9 PM? Hope you didn't start too early today. It doesn't really feel like work, to be perfectly honest, because I'm sat in front of my computer and we're playing games and it's nice and chill. It's just like having a chat with a bunch of friends and yeah. It doesn't. Yeah. I never really feel the streams never really feel like work, so it's not so bad. Plus, working from home, it's not bad at all.
Sure no one crosses the crossing.
Geeky Cowboy said Jamie pressed the red button. What does your typical work day look like? What does yours look like, Jamie? Give us a normal one. When you're not streaming, what does your day look like?
Normal one would be looking at the forums. I'd probably be that's the main. Looking at the forums, looking at the community, looking through, see what people's reviews are of routes, locomotives, and things like that. You know.
Yeah. Do you? Yeah. So spend a lot of time on the forums, collecting feedback from everyone, answering any problems people have. Then there's a lot of communicating internally if there's any big problems that go on. So have to make sure they get fixed pretty quickly. We have a fair few meetings that go over upcoming stuff. And then there's just lots of organisation for the whole week.
Yeah.
Community reports as well, where we write down the big things the community are complaining about, or things the community like, or just general sentiment. Yeah, that's what our normal day is like.
Oh, I did say about the selector. I did go the right way then. There is a selector there. It's just probably I didn't use the right way. I'll probably put it into off rather than into dynamic. But we're okay for the moment. So we haven't got much of a grade at the moment, so we're okay. Let's go and open the other door, shall we? There you go. Get a real good breeze. Look at that.
Are there any ideas for a date for the next Trinson World patch? They're usually the Tuesday after the roadmap, but nothing today. There's no update today, and I haven't heard any talk of an update. But keep an eye on the forums. When there is a patch update, it'll get posted in the announcements room in the forums. But yeah, nothing at the moment. What loco are you driving now, Jamie?
So we are driving the, I think it's the GP. This will be the GP35 in circus colours. Western Maryland circus colours.
Are there any voluntary opportunities for Dovetail? There's none that I know of off the top of my head. But, yeah. There's plenty of open positions. Jamie, I'll ask you this one. What was the hopes of going into your job roles, and how would you say it's going so far?
That's an interesting one.
Yes.
What was the hopes?
Yeah. Well, you said the other day that you landed your dream job.
That is true, yes.
I imagine you were quite happy.
I was over the moon. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was literally, I had to pinch myself. I was like, I'm awake. I'm sure I'm awake, you know. I don't think I believed it at first. I was like, you know, and I think even now, just streaming now in front of everybody, it still seems surreal. I don't know if it for you, just like streaming and being, you know.
Is it a bit surreal that your job is playing Train Simulator for people and talking about it?
Yeah, it's just a bit like, well, okay, you know, you didn't think, you know, it's like one of those jobs you dreamed as a kid, you know, and here you are, you know.
Moggy said it's everyone's dream job because I'm here. I agree, Moggy. The job just wouldn't be what it is without you. Did you know you were going to have to Twitch stream when you applied? Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
It was one of the things I was looking forward to. Never done any streaming before, so I was looking forward to the opportunity.
Yeah, same.
It was a bit nerve-wracking though to begin with. Definitely, like the first few streams were very. No, it was hard seeing all the people watching and like trying to focus on the stream, not everybody. Yeah, but I think we're definitely settling into it now.
Yeah, definitely, because it's one of those things. Because I've been a YouTuber for about 10 years. You know, I mean, I was never. Most of my YouTube videos are not me at the screen talking to the screen because I've never been keen on that. So when you do streaming, it's just completely different because you're talking all the time and make sure I actually honk for the crossing so no one gets run over.
It's good you had Matt and Sam there, as they've both been doing it a long time. Yeah, Matt and Sam have been absolutely brilliant, and you know they've got all this knowledge and they know you guys, and yeah, they've been absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the community, you guys have been great as well.
You have.
Been very, very welcoming.
And supportive as well, which is brilliant.
If you have any openings for American train routes for Train Sim World 2, I have 2 suggestions, Florida Central Railroad and also Sunrail. So you can also post your suggestions in the suggestions part of the forum. You might get other people discussing with you. Why do the brakes only set at certain increments? Can't you set the brakes to any percentage?
You can, but you have to wait for the brakes to start up first, and then you set, and basically it will hold the application, and then you can push it back down again. Okay. So if I go into here, it's probably a bit easier in here. Yeah, there you go. So I've now held it at that position. Brakes now coming off. There we go. And then we've released.
You're very good at getting some great camera shots, Jamie, I must admit. I've been trying to do it. I don't know how you do it so well. I've been trying. You must have been practicing because I suck at it and you're just really good at it. When I do it, I stop and by the time I've turned around to get the nice shot, the train's already going past and I'm like, damn it. Speeding a bit.
brake on
Sprinter 15 said, "Is it me or has Matt got younger?" You are looking younger.
I'm not mad. One of these days, I'm just gonna have to sort of, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put something on my face, you know, maybe get some different style glasses just to make me look more like Matt. You know.
You could get one of those stickers that says, "Hi, my name's not Matt."
Yeah. Or a T-shirt. My name is really not Matt. No,
Jamie needs pig kitty headphones. I agree. He does. Or maybe a different animal, but still pink.
That's true. Could have long floppy dog ears, maybe, I don't know. You know.
That would work.
Yeah. Yeah, floppy bunny ears, there you go.
Yeah, that would work.
Yes. We'll get an underneath shot. There we go. Go a bit further along. Look at this, there you go.
Ooh. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Gonna be here for a while though if we're waiting for them all to go past.
I know. Be there forever, wouldn't we? Bit upgrade now. About 6 miles away from our finish. This is actually a full, I think this is a full passer scenario as well. Split into full pass. It's quite a long trek.
Yeah, definitely. So what are dynamic brakes, Jamie? Just because
I'm
see
trying
people
it
talking about
uses, yeah, it uses the engine basically.
right.
To brake rather than using the air pressure. I will see if I can get it to work in a minute, because we are going to come back downhill again. We'll see if we can get it to work.
SRPX is saying Jamie's very good with American horn practices.
Oh,
Well done, sir.
thank you.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
There you go, here's the bat. Right, let's see if we can get these dynamic brakes working. There we go.
Idle first island. There you go. So dynamic brakes run the traction motors in the opposite direction, so you slow the speed down. Thank you, Michael Newbury.
There we go.
We're being requested that you use the wipers because apparently there's too much dust on the screen. There
We're going to need a bit of air as well, because we've got to come down to 10.
In simple terms, the traction motors are just used as resistance rather than brakes. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. did use it for a little bit there, but I then realised we had a 10-mile-an-hour speed restriction, so... We are there on the route. This is the size of the route. There we go. Quite a lengthy one.
It is.
We've got, so we're going there, and then there, and finishing off there. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've got 10-mile-an-hour speed restriction there. And oh dear, I'm currently doing 16. That's probably not very good.
Oh dear, you're about to lose all those points. You raked.
Coming down. There we go. Now what I'll do, there we go.
So much the gold star.
Yeah, so yeah. Crossing coming up.
Lovely. So you enjoying this route, Jamie?
It's a lovely route. I must admit, we've picked the right time of year because look at the trees. It's very autumnal.
Yeah, very, very time appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because we've got a tight curve. That's why we've got a 10-mile-an-hour.
That'd make a good screenshot in a second.
It would, wouldn't it? Right, put the air on. Switch over to dynamic. Coming down.
Apollo Jamie said, I have a question. The Tees Valley line at Trenton Walls, why is the train yard blocked off by invisible walls? So if you come across anything like that, Apollo again, just get in touch with customers. Well, it's most likely a bug or something not working the way it's supposed to there. Raymond said, blow the horn.
There we go.
Into the Dragon said, I'd like to see the new river subdivision in Trenton World. Maybe with a little Amtrak cardinal too.
Ah.
George is asking, how are you, Jamie?
I am well. I'm very well, thank you. Are you okay?
Are you asking me or George?
Both.
Well, I'm very good. I'm not sure about George. Can't speak for George.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Moggy. I didn't know whether it might have been. That's why I was using the air brakes. Explosion.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love the sky in this, I must admit. I love all the clouds. This is such a nice route.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
Oh, hello. Got a bit of wheel slip. Put some sand on. Heavy grade and tight curve. With a lot of coal. I mean, look at the length of that train. Look at that.
I still find it amazing that like that many wagons can be towed.
Yeah.
Incredible. Can you run trains over multiple lines in this version?
Well, yes, you can. I mean, if you were doing a scenario, you can make it so if you make your own scenario, you can have multiple trains running on through that. But I mean, it's a bit difficult on a single line section.
Does wheel slip occur more often in wet weather? I imagine it would, right?
I have a feeling it might do.
Craig said icy and very wet weather, yes.
Yeah. Got another crossing coming up. Yeah, it's Custom Engineer. Yeah, Custom Engineer has said, yeah, that's a short train for America. It is. Compared to some. Oh, and also when there's leaves on the line, of course.
Yeah. I can't remember telling me about that the other day. Something about when they go really, really fine, it's a problem.
Yeah, so it's when they crush down, basically,
Yeah.
and they cause you get basically this grit on the top of the line, and they go and have to spray it. Because also it doesn't help that a lot of trains now are very, very lightweight.
Okay.
Yeah, American freight trains are often more than a mile long.
Wow.
Oh, hello, we've got a little
That's
museum.
incredible. More than a mile long.
Look at that. Tiny little caboose there. We've got a little passenger car here. Or baggage car, actually. Ah. They're all waiting for us. Mall Street running, so again 10 miles an hour. Do like that. Oh, there's a little. Oh, this is called New Oxford. There you go, look. Got the little carts and the oil barrels. Ah. Oh, rotary snowplow action. Yes, of course. Yeah, you could have that in Switzerland as well, Baron Billy.
Mm-hmm. Craig said, I'm thinking of getting Train World 2 for Christmas. Is it any good seeing the graphics are top notch? Well, I'm sure the chat will let you know what they think about Train World 2. I happen to think it's great. But
Yep.
I'm probably a bit biased. If you're not sure, you can always wait until it's on sale or something and give it a go then. But yeah, it's up to you.
It's your decision.
It's your decision. Only you can decide.
Where are we? I've lost where we are. Oh, there we are. Oh, hello. We got another way bill. Or form, sorry. WM Extra 357 East ENG WM 357 6 will hold the main at Bittenberg to meet train SB-3 ENG 3579, which will clear into a quarry. Follow the clearance of train SB-3 Extra 3576 East will proceed to stop at quarters to allow WM Extra 7432 to west to clear onto the York line. Following the passage of Extra 7432 west, WM Extra 3567 East will be governed by orders received at quarters. Try and say that in a hurry. Certainly a mouthful. It's amazing how slow running at 10 miles an hour is.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Imagine having to do this day in, day out. Going through the towns, only doing 10 miles an hour. Yeah, I can understand, Sprinter, why you got fed up with it. You know, 25, to me, running at 25 miles an hour all the time, I mean, it's quite... Yeah. What we'll do is, we'll get to the next crossing, we'll pull up there.
Nick K said Train World 2 is a bargain, in my opinion.
We'll pull up at this crossing here, and then we'll finish there, shall we?
Sure, sure. Apollo Gaming said the longest train I've seen was a 5-engine monster that stretched to almost 3 miles. It was probably going up to 60 to 50 miles per hour. That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. That's fantastic.
3 miles long.
Wow. I know there's a train in Australia that's really, really long.
Yeah, when I was in Australia, I stayed near Nana Glen.
Yep.
And I could see the trains going past, and they just kept on going.
There we go. I think I'm going to lose all my points at this rate.
Are you speeding, Jamie?
Just a tad. Go. We'll pull up at this crossing. Get some nice thin shots.
Yeah, JP said some of the US and Australian freight trains get crazy long.
Yeah, they do. There we go. Stop there.
Lovely.
There you go. Nice low down ending shot. There you go. Look at that. There you are.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Expertly driven, Jamie.
Thank you.
We're going to end it there?
I think we're going to end it there. Yeah.
Lovely. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. It's been a nice chill stream.
Yeah.
Well driven, Jamie. You didn't blow anything up. So proud of you.
Or crash, or derail, or smash anything. So we're good.
And before we go, don't forget tomorrow to write down your PC specs for everyone, because that's what everybody wants to know.
PC specs. Oh no, do you know what? I'll even write it down now. I'll even write it down. There you go. Look at that. PC specs.
So good night from me.
Yeah.
And I hope you all have a lovely evening.
Yeah. And there's a good night from me. I hope you enjoy it all.
Bye.
Yeah. See you later. Bye bye.